Alpine units and bomb with critical napalm fluid, platinum wrap, plutonium liquid. See how the flow leak out the tap like a mega verbal slaughter.
What happened, miss?
This car, it came out of nowhere. I couldn't get out of the way.
Did you get the license number?
No, it happened so fast.
Computeristic cap. I'm a gangster leading taxi cab, target bag, electric sonic wheels, bionic automobiles. Computeristic cab, a gangster leading taxi cab, target bag, electric sonic wheels, bionic automobiles. Transmitted, admitted, you couldn't get it till I split it in two and wasn't with it till it attacked you. Infatuation, verbalization, spit at you. Duck the oral boomerangs back to smack you. All with disinfectiousness, hydraulics got spring like mattresses. In fact, this is bionic Oldsmobile, the sonic wheels like Panasonic. We play this on Alpine units and bomb with critical napalm fluid, platinum wrap, plutonium liquid. See how the flow leak out the tap like water, mega slaughter, silk sim, cheap, sick and short in the sea. You touch me, you catch a charge from the energy I'm blessed with, tremendously hot spit, straight out the cockpit, distracted, clock tick, then blah. The vocab is mad, but take a listen the way we split the alphabet to tab. Ridiculous, see the light, your rituals match the hindsight, keep the high beat, it flies right. Computeristic game against the leading tactic, analog, galactic, sonic wheels, bionic automobiles.
I was watching that back. Well, check out the door.
Futuristic gal against the leading tactic, analog, galactic, sonic wheels, bionic automobiles.
Protocol, the master mechanic ratchet and twist me. It's the oscillator in me. One more fun, see if your mainframe, better yet brain frame. Please not attempt to refrain or restrain.
We just listened to that scene in the first 2 minutes of the I think we might have fucked that up.
Believe me, I've achieved the epitome of the automotive industry. Automobiles, those feel they can drive better than me. Great, take the motherfucking wheel and navigate. See it through obstacle courses and impossible forces and transport. You provide me by simple exchange of the Oldsmobile key. Drop one D and you know how my dick can search perfectly. But just jerk me off, bitch. Look at me, I'm rich. Look at my old man, chrome cell phone. Just kick back, like you just can drink the nut. Shut the fuck up.
Zooms in and then zoom out.
Sonic wheels, bionic Oldsmobiles. Computeristic gal against the lean and tactic, analog and bag, galactic, sonic wheels, bionic Oldsmobiles.
Extract from the land of the lost, missile control, rear view, and hydraulics, bucket seats. Intervene to breeze over shoot street, range at strange rates. Strange pace, opera sound, Shakespeare. Get my breaks done at Great Bear. Urination champion, ultimate breakdown, crazy legs spin ahead. Break dancing with a bomb and fluid to get through it. Dancing like a ballerina with skates on. The Indy 500, AJ Floyd, you get this race on. Richard Petty looking under the hood, 4-cylinder, millimeter heater. Drinking gin and beef, the oil check, standpoint, man point engine. 4-pipe flight mic, standing on the racetrack like Fat Mike. Stock car, distributor, delivery, analog cubic feet with hubcaps falling off. Coming up the street with a helmet and Trojan like Proman. Evil force like the Omen, Pakistan, travel out back, strip challenger, Daytona 2000, the Razor X. Drink a bill boxes, changing the wires, right on the gym, spin flame in the back seat. Listen to rock, him smoking weed with great bait.
Is anything wrong with it? It's pissing me off because it's not perfect. First world problems. Weed's good, so it doesn't take much. Tobacco's a little slightly dry. The papers are slightly fucked up. I can burn all of it.
Did anyone see this happen? I didn't hear. This car dropped one and he jumped up around the corner. He hit her and sent her up into the air 20 feet. Then it took off without even slowing down. She landed hard on her back. It was terrible.
Cutting heads side. You worried if you cut from the same cloth. You was playing Game Boy, niggas was playing Game Gods. Niggas mellow rock on your block with a chain on just to get hit or can't make it. Like Trayvon, just stay calm. Niggas got game on the stove top. Metal like crayons, turning them heat rays on. They paid on debts and purchase more. Thought they only wanted 2 ounces but purchase 4. You know we only wanted new houses that's on the shore. But my lawyer gotta study evidence in the court. 2-door sport in the court, playing these greasy loops. After every time I shoot, that ski mask turn to a toke. Still running that nation of domination for Rook. P89 and that barrel slide is too cute. Hit up in the dome when he tried ducking. Still better than just standing there and trying nothing. Kill them little pups, I'm a G-dog. I have him in the streets playing leapfrog. American muscle over a Tesla. Pulling out the bulldog is burnt like a Presna. Let me tell you how I feel. You niggas ain't real. That shot ate your food like a meal. Let me tell you how I feel. You niggas ain't real. That shot ate your food like a meal.
Hold on, let me get some pimpin'. Fuck you think you're doing? I pull up in a Buick, blasting this music. You know how we do it. Like Montel Jordan and these Jordans. All these bitches are swarming. And still I ignore them. Cause all these girls boring. Anytime I come through, making girls get abortions. Charlie, you know me. Rolling in a Harley with shorty. I just hope you got the 40. 20 niggas in dark clothing, that's what we loyal. You should hear the arrogant names these niggas recording. And that bitch was on call. Before Asian or Dream, we had a battery dog. Fuck them all, middle fingers for law. We ain't with the blase blah, hopping out of a car. I was asking her what's up with the talk. Bad surprise ass police, what's up with the chalk? Another body, just another day. You acting like you ain't even know the war was underway. That's when we hit you from a blind side. Sitting in the jail and even thinking how the time flies. Let me tell you how I feel. You niggas ain't real. That shot ate your food like a meal. Let me tell you how I feel. You niggas ain't real. That shot ate your food like a meal. I know that they were finished, they came with 3 rounds. Straight up out of G-Town, trains going eastbound. They used to talk about all these niggas, they know it's me now. Package get caught supported, that's how we rebound. F4TG get Roni, AR Paisley, Dre Bars be the hardest up in these streets now. You best not trespass here, baby, just keep out. We ain't fucking around with the steering if we gon' wheel out. You ain't got the metaphor, nigga, that's when that skill out. Big clock, big shot, knocking all of your teeth out. By now you know they all got heat. They got no bars, but all got beats. Track music.
Right? Okay, but I only know because I was just.
GSC. CH.
Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Never trouble you.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from my rusty outside. Said he seen this shit from day one, politicking. Spilling out my punches, young nigga. Where they hit our badness, we do this shit regardless. Keys to your garden, homie, what you guarding? Picking up my checklist, switching up my weapon. I'm afraid of rejection, so I keep 8 in the barrel of my magnum. Bullets penetrate through cars when I blast them. Hit the club party hard, VIP section. Do a show with the crowd, GSC weapon. OT, blue flame, now everybody's cousins. Real bad boy, you get beat down in public. Police don't stop shit, black on black, they love it. Rather see us fight than make lovers out their daughter. Plant a black seed in the trees, it's called mulatto.
I get trouble with Ferus, never trouble them, never trouble them. I get trouble with Ferus, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come we ready for them, come we ready for them. Make them come we ready again, come we ready again. Hey, yo, my style is impeccable. Niggas better notice on my Mike Tyson shit. Flow so ferocious, I will eat these MCs. There are not a few in my league. I'm in the better category of the highest of degrees. The shit that I seen, the shit that I dreamed, and out here stand steady, trying to fill up the team. Better be aware of your surroundings or end up in the box, lost and never found, kid. And that's life. Pay the price. Don't act like you might lose yours tonight. Don't think twice. Get wet up nice. Never drive by. We on the execution style. Up close and personal. Look him in his eyes. Squeeze that line and watch his rings go pop fly. That's one out and it's two to go. All my enemies, I think you should know. I them trouble before never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come ready for them, come ready for them. Make them come ready again, come ready again. So practice what you preach, preach what you practice. I'm not the bunch of rappers, young can't run and stand spits. Time for a change, can't leave things as is, words numbered. I don't relay no man's biz. Tight slip, lip tight, tight like a vice grip. I might flip half nuts, kamikaze slice wrist. I'm a Mike Smith, kick down mics with a size 6. I'm a price pick. Listen, get punctured with an ice pick. Let a snitch suffocate with no one to resuscitate. Fuck a fake. I'm a motherfucker shoving rubbers in your mother's face. Fucking 8. Better change the subject. If 10 niggas rap, that's 8 raps redundant. So done that. Niggas gone soft, sipping daiquiris. Can I live? What type of bullshit are you asking me? These demons in my mind need to lay off from attacking me. Make me blast the heat. Midday catastrophe. I them trouble first. Never trouble them. Never trouble them.
It says 100.00.
Never trouble them. Never trouble them. So make them come ready for them. Come ready for them. Make them come ready again. Come ready again.
Yeah. GSC. CH.
Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Shoulda never trouble, and trouble never trouble you. Never trouble you.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from my rusty outside. Said he seen this shit from day one. Politicking, spilling on my conscience. Young nigga, where they hit our badness. We do this shit regardless. Keys to your gardens, homie, what you guarding? Picking up my checklist, switching up my weapon. Afraid of rejection, so I keep 8 in the barrel of my magnum. Bullets penetrate through cars when I blast them. Hit the club party hard, VIP section. Do a show with the crowd, GSC reppin'. OT, blue flag, now everybody's cousins. Real bad boy, you get beat down in public. Police don't stop shit, black on black, they love it. Rather see us fight than make lovers out their daughter. Plant a black seed in the trees, it's called mulatto.
I them trouble before never trouble them, never trouble them. I them trouble before never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come ready for them, come ready for them. Make them come ready again, come ready again. My style is impeccable. Niggas better notice on my Mike Tyson shit. Flow so ferocious, I will eat these MCs. There are not a few in my league. I'm in the better category of the highest of degrees. The shit that I
swear it says 100.00.
Stand steady, try and fill up the team. Better be aware of your surroundings or end up in the box, lost and never found, kid. And that's life. Pay the price. Don't act like you might lose yours tonight. Don't think twice. Get wet up nice. Never drive by. We on the execution style. Up close and personal. Look him in his eyes. Squeeze that line and watch his rings go pop fly. That's one out and it's two to go. All my enemies, I think you should know. I them trouble first. Never trouble them. Never trouble them. I them trouble first. Never trouble them. Never trouble them. them, so make them come. Cause we ready for them, cause we ready for them. Make them come, cause we ready again, cause we ready again. So practice what you preach, preach what you practice. I'm on the bunch of rappers, yo, can't run a stand spits. Time for a change, can't leave things as is, words numbered. I don't relay no man's biz. Tight slip, tight like a vice grip. I might flip, half nuts, kamikaze ciphers. I'm a Mike Smith, kick down mics with a size 6. I'm a price pick, this and get punctured with an ice pick. Let it slip, suffocate with no one to resuscitate. Fuck a fake, I'm a motherfucker shoving rubbers in your mother's face. Fucking 8, better change the subject. If 10 niggas rap, that's 8 raps redundant, so done that. Niggas gun soft, sipping daiquiris. Can I live? What type of bullshit are you asking me? These demons in my mind need to lay off from attacking me. Make me blast the heat, midday catastrophe. I never trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. I never trouble before, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come, cause we ready for them, cause we ready for them. Make them come, cause we ready again, cause we ready again.
Four.
Some round table shit, dog. What up, God? Peace. Yeah. Something like Michael Jordan in the future in the morning feels hollow for that work like a rooster.
Order a product on credit and not pay for it.
With a pimp by the door, we cut a locks broken. Don't get your hand bit off, I'm by the pot smoking. Listen to a killer when he tell you that he's not joking. Them rocks potent, got these fiends stiff. Fish got that mean whip. Run it all on Queen like Supreme Griff. For that triple beam dream, you know machine script.
Surgeon General's warning, smoking fucking kill you, don't start.
Got spot steam fish with a rice and peas. A couple righteous thieves, trifle while I like the trees. Them trifling bees stinging niggas with their try step. Try stinging me, I'm burning down the whole wasp nest. This grand flow, I came to pay the rent. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. Bitch, a living giant, you know I swear to blowing on my bloodstream. Kipling to Kennedy, shout out to all my thug teams. Squeeze the torch, being caught, we the North Quarter. Toronto Raptors pressing niggas like the fourth quarter. Brother short orders, holler, we can get you that. These puddles deep in muddy, watch when you step through that. My niggas in them full black suits, but let the men in black you trying to take game. Niggas, I wouldn't question that, we marksmen. Get to the fence, that's just a test strapper. Leaving off the war, youngest one raw, but left him back. The girl said she waiting for you, but she won't though. Signing out of one love, it's turn cold like snow cones. You showboat, show wild, so it don't work, you go out. Considering it no lies, we don't work for no boss. Pussy splashed in a facade. Make us forget the pain through raw paper. Rush the Simmons trying like a mobile. I'm trying this mobile, get around this bitch and global. Started looking, now we worldwide. I can see the bitches, you niggas. Just by looking in your girl's eyes. Ready to end the finish. I'm better be precise. Bring away your camera's eyes. Flipping with the thing of mine. Like it's windows, to minimize. Looking for the little guys. Spinning to legitimize. The dinner like this, but we here to stay. The train is grinding for any given day. And how grinding that they can't play. Post the food, flying for the stay.
Ounces, grains, carrots, Troy ounces. That's interesting. And I forget what DWC stands for. Damn,
something like Michael Corley in the future in the morning feels hollow for that work like a rooster. They screaming, I tell them that the shot's open. Boom with a pit by the door, we cut a locks broken. Don't get your hand bit off, I'm by the pot smoking. Listen to a killer when he tell you that he's not joking. Them rocks potent, got these fiends stiff. Fish got that mean whip. Run it all on Queen like Supreme Griff. For that triple beam dream, you know machines grip. In the stick up, get that gleam grip, the magazines click. Got a spot steam fish with a rice and peas. A couple righteous thieves, cipher while I light the trees. Them trifling bees stinging niggas with their try step. Try stinging me, I'm burning down the whole wasp nest. This grand flow, I came to pay the rent. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. Bitch, to live and die, and you know I swear to blow on my bloodstream. Kickling the Kennedy, shout out to all my thug teams. Squeeze the torch, we in court, beating off quarter. Toronto rappers pressing niggas like the fourth quarter. Father short orders, holler, we can get you that. These puddles deep in money, watch when you step through that. My niggas in them full black
reality,
suits,
you
like the
just
men
wait
in black
over and over
trying to take
as
it.
you were
Niggas
setting
know with
up
aggression,
for
deadly marksman. Head to the field, that's just a test strapper. Leaving off the war, youngest one raw, but left them back. The girl said she waiting for you, but she walked up. Signing out of one love, it's straight calling snuff. We show up, we show out, but it don't work, we go out. Figuring it no lies, we don't work for no boss. Make us forget the pain through raw paper. Bust a single track like the mobile. Ass Peter trying this mobile. Get around this bitch is global. Started local, now we worldwide. I can see the bitches, you niggas. Just by looking in your girl's eyes. Medicare, defendant, top gun by the river's side. Bring away your Kira's eyes. Flipping with this thing of mine. Pull up the top like it's windows. To minimize. Sitting for the little guys. Business is legitimized. You didn't like us, but we had to stay. They try to find us in a given day. And how prize that they didn't play. Bust the 2-5 for this Christmas day. Shout out to all my thug teams. Shoot the torch, beating court, beating off quarter. Toronto rappers pressing niggas like the fourth quarter. Down the shore orders, holler, we can get you that. Squad sleeping money, watch when you step through that.
Looking on the map, it'll say formerly here or some shit like that. Fort Simpson. Tungsten. Okay, we're not looking at this anymore. Tungsten. What did you find there? That's hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christ, Samson, be now, let the beat rock, what it do? Yeah. Hey yo, you know I'm about to go off. Nova Scotian show off. With flows that's doper than an Okanagan blow off. The homie Brody told me he had a beat, he needed me to flow on. So we formed together like Ultron. Shit so sick, it'll make you wanna throw up. Sicker than a mix of liquor, piss, and coleslaw. So raw, disgusting. Nikolai Volkov with the punches and I'm lunging with a bunch of them. Stuff them in your ugly grin for lunch again. A microwave a hungry man until he's fucking dead. Understand? I'm an animal, a baboon, an orangutan with tattoos. Driving off fast foods, my dang-a-lang, hang with me. You're probably catching the couple chargers. I'm not the hardest, I'm just an artist. You motherfucker retarded, you wanted to harm me. Don't be dumb, you should have come with an army. Plus some rum and some drugs, ready to party. I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm flooded. All I know is this. You won't put that shit on like that's the shit. Cause I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm flooded. All I know is this. You won't put my shit on like holy shit.
Yeah. Doing blowing till I throw up. Coke all in my nose crust. Don't trust Brody when he's smoking that stuff. Me and Christopher the illest for sure. This the bitch was in trouble before. Itching to stick my dick in the corpse. Drinking till I'm dizzy, drunk and piss on the floor. Fucking your bitch until the glitter is sore. I'm on a mission for the riches and whores. A bottle of the liquor with some pills I can snort. This the sort of shit I spit for kicks when I'm bored. East Coast fighter shit. We smoke by the split. We don't like a snitch. Beast mode fighter bitch. Depot running with some heat. So violent. G-code silent, jeans go sliding past my cheeks, so 90s with a mean cold smile. I'm a Gino, I got a bottle of the Keats, and I think I'm gonna drink, so I'm peace and don't find me.
I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm flooded. All I know is this. You won't put that shit on like that's the shit. Cause I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm flooded. All I know is this. You won't put my shit on like holy shit. Now ain't that some shit? Holy shit.
These only dirty and busted because they've been in the corner here for a long time. Because they're too narrow for me to use practically. Seeds in it like
bitches they ride. The K, I broke the fire like I am a pie. This shit is so crazy, these niggas is babies, I'm beefing with Kai. I got all of the 80s and roll with the 80s, swinging like babes. My niggas they ride, yeah, they ride, my bitches they ride. They roll with the K, I broke the fire like I am a pie. This shit is so crazy, these niggas is babies, I'm beefing with Kai. I got all of the 80s and roll with the 80s, swinging like babes. Swinging like babes. I swing it like babes. I get high like the 80s and roll with the 80s, swinging like babes. This shit is so crazy, these niggas is babies, I'm beefing with Kayos. I get high like the 80s and roll with the 80s, swinging like babes. I swing it like babes. Sliding the black coupe. The burner is brand new. I'm from the dark blue. They all running at you. These niggas go at you. They beefing with Snapchat, but still they get no proof. Still they got no heart. I play the block like Mozart. Standing in fast lanes. These niggas is go-karts. Drogies in NASCAR. Flying like NASCAR. I am a hard sauce. Tell them to catch up. My niggas they ride. Yeah, they ride. My bitches they ride. The K, I broke the fire like I am a pie. This shit is so crazy. These niggas is babies. I'm beefing with Kai. I got all of the 80s and roll with the 80s. Swinging like babes. Swinging like babes. I swing it like babes. I get high like the 80s and roll with the 80s. Swinging like babes. This shit is so crazy. These niggas is babies. I'm beefing with Kayos. I get high like the 80s and roll with the 80s. Swinging like babes. Don't need to play these niggas like it's xylophone. These niggas they suffer. It's a styrofoam. I don't trust a nigga. I don't trust a soul. I'm opening up the check like it's a ghetto. My niggas they ride. Yeah, they ride. My bitches they ride first. You think I'm a pussy, but really I'm 40 that's stuck in a dance. This shit is so crazy. These niggas is babies. They think they need Pampers. I like the 80s and roll with the 80s. Man, I got no manners. I got no manners. I'm swinging like babes. I think we got Pampers. These niggas is Kayos. I got no manners. I'm swinging like babes. I think we got Pampers. These niggas is Kayos. My niggas they ride. Yeah, they ride. My bitches they ride. The K, I broke the fire like I am a pie. This shit is so crazy. These niggas is babies. I'm beefing with Kai. I got all of the 80s and roll with the 80s, swinging like babes. My niggas they ride, yeah, they ride. My bitches they ride first. You think I'm a pussy, but really I'm 40 that's stuck in a dance. This shit is so crazy. These niggas is babies. They think they need Pampers. I got the 80s and roll with the 80s, man. I got no manners.
Next set of joints. See, that's just a message right there. I'll take care of it. Oh shit, we should have tuned in at 12:01. Oh fuck, they would have been all over that. Oh, the new rules are in effect.
Welcome to Mi'kmaq Matters, a podcast about Mi'kmaq people, politics, land, and water. I'm Glenn Wheeler.
Like sometimes it sounds almost like they're giving you a police investigation.
Support independent Mi'kmaq media. Become a patron at patreon.com/Mi'kmaq Matters. Or if you prefer, you can send us an email transfer at mi'kmaq.matters@gmail.com. Welcome to me.
Right. Damn it. So I don't know this little trick from
my niggas they ride, yeah, they ride, my bitches they ride.
I pressed it twice.
Welcome to Mi'kmaq Matters, a podcast about Mi'kmaq people, politics, land, and water. I'm Glenn Wheeler. Support independent.
Go to this one. There's a 3 because half the time it skips 2 tracks.
/Mi'kmaq Matters. Or if you prefer, you can send us an email transfer at mi'kmaq.matters@gmail.com.
That's gonna irritate me.
One of the great unknowns about Indigenous history on the island of so-called Newfoundland is whether Mi'kmaq are related to the Beothuk people. There is anecdotal evidence that we are. Certainly, the two groups shared the same territory at the same time, and people being people, we might expect that there would be relations, including intimate relations, between the two groups. But oral history is not considered proof in the legal and scientific order that now prevails. And the Beothuk Mi'kmaq link has remained a question mark. That could soon change. The Albigeek First Nation, in partnership with Terra Nova Genomics Incorporated, based in St. John's, will explore the possible genetic links between Beothuk and Mi'kmaq. The study is made possible by a $30,000 grant from National Geographic. It is open to members of the Neobigay First Nation only. Steve Carr is the president of Terra Nova Genomics. I spoke with him about the company, the study, and the possible implications of the study results.
Terra Nova Genomics was originally organized to provide forensic identification of wildlife materials, and that would be, for example, if someone caught some birds and we suspected that they, or an enforcement agency suspected that they were migratory birds, we could do an identification of species, and then that would result in a court case. In other cases, I think there was a murder of someone, or someone had gone missing and was suspected that they had been murdered. The RCMP found blood spore in the area, and before a very careful human examination was done, they asked us to just simply say, is this human or not? And we found that all the spores that we looked at were from other species. We have done studies on codfish, reindeer, other things, but the intention was to do basically wildlife identifications to species.
So your project with Neobigay, I guess, is a little different from what you ordinarily do.
Very different, very different.
And tell us how that project came to be. You've got a grant from National Geographic, and you're working with Neobigay. How did that all come together?
Well, I had been working with the chief for a number of years. I had an honor student who's a member of the First Nation who was interested in the question. She had access to genealogy, and we worked out an agreement with the chief, and the chief is enthusiastic about it. Basically wanting to see what kind of genetic variation there was at Pine River. It was a small project, but we did find evidence of First Nations lineages, or I should say Native American lineages in the group. And the question arose, well, are those, but we couldn't do anything further than that because there was very little Beothuk reference material. And then in 2017, a former student of mine who is now at McMaster University, they have an ancient DNA lab there, and they were able to extract mitochondrial DNA, which is maternally inherited. They were able to extract mitochondrial DNA from a series of grave sites associated with Beothuk, Maritime Archaic, and Dorset Eskimo, or Dorset Indian tribes. And that provided a framework, and now we know what Beothuk, genetic variation in the Beothuk, looked like pre-contact. And then the question that I immediately asked is, well, of any of the people that we have looked at, or of any of the people that are in the various databases nowadays, do we find any evidence of continuity between the Beothuk and modern peoples? Because the previous study had shown, well, the Maritime Archaic and the Beothuk, they're separated by about 1,500 years, which is to say that the Maritime Archaic came to the island, they left, nobody was here for 1,500 years, the Beothuk came in. And what that study showed us of the people that were known, and this is something that I keep emphasizing,
say you're going to kill off certain
small sample of people, but of the people that have been looked at, all of the
in one generation,
there was no archaic person who was more closely related to a Beothuk than he or she was to another maritime archaic, and the same thing for the Beothic. So there was a series of, technically we would call them clades. Calling them families is not too far off. But there were a series of families of both groups, and those families were all distinct. So we had a good model of saying that there are two previous peoples that inhabited the island. This is a model of what it looks like when there is no continuity. Now, if we compare the Beothic to the modern Mi'kmaq, where we know that there was a temporal overlap, do we also find a genetic continuity implying that some of the Beothic and Mi'kmaq had friendly interactions, that they married, and therefore that those DNA lineages persist in modern Mi'kmaq. So that's basically what we're looking at. And the chief had been advocating this idea. He thought that the study should have been done 10 years ago, and I agree with him. And we put together a strategy. I approached National Geographic with a scientific proposal. All of it approved by the chief and council enthusiastically. And National Geographic was very, very interested, because even in the small form that we have it here, it will be the largest focused study of a First Nation or Indigenous group in at least Canada, and I think in the United States. So there are other studies that have been done of particular groups, but this is the largest one that National Geographic has been involved in, and that will allow us to put the Mi'kmaq First Nation, the Mi'kmaq First Nation, into the global picture of the human story, on a par with the English or the Irish or the Scandinavians or particular groups like this.
Now, we stress that this study is for members of the Mi'kmaq First Nation only. I know that you've had a lot of inquiries and a lot of interest, but for our listeners, we stress the limitations of that study. And tell us how the work will unfold. You're collecting a saliva sample from participants in the study, and I understand there's quite a lot of spit required, because I think
the archaeologists, the UN,
when we had word that the study was
when we're all dead,
funded, I immediately asked,
all those maps.
Could you send 2 kits down, one for me and one for the chief? That was a lot of spitting. Actually, it takes longer. It takes longer to spit. It takes longer to work up that much spit than you would think. You also have to not have eaten lunch lately, at least not with any kind of a cow or something that might show up. But it is the method is exactly the same as what you would do as if you bought a test kit from National Geographic that the person spits into the tube. You add a preservative that's included, and you shake that all up, and you put it into an envelope that's provided, and then you send it off to the company, and they give you basic characterizations of your assignments to various groups. Now, what is different in this case is that we will get not only the results that you would get if you were a private person applying the test, but we will get the complete DNA workup that's done by National Geographic. We will be using a much more sophisticated method of describing genetic variation within the group. And in particular, we're going to be getting the complete mitochondrial DNA sequence. And the complete mitochondrial DNA sequence is what is needed at this point to make identifications with the complete mitochondrial DNA sequences that we know from the Beothic. And all of this at bargain basement prices. We're getting it at basically cost. We're getting it at basic cost of the kits.
Now, you say in your material the ideal candidate is a registered member of the Obigag who can trace their mother's side ancestry through the Mi'kmaq community before the First Nation was established. I guess you're stressing the mother's side because you're looking at the mitochondrial DNA, which is the mother's side DNA, hence the focus.
That's right. The mitochondrial DNA it's a high concentration in the mother's egg, so that any woman, all of her children will inherit her mitochondrial DNA sequence, but only her daughters will pass it on to their daughters. So we can genotype men and women, but what we are looking for is these maternal lineages. Now, and having said that, this is something that sort of came as a surprise to me, and it shouldn't have. And it's one of the things I like about doing this project is it causes me to think about humans, and we always do think about humans differently than we do other sorts of species. We have, there are
Look the body of this one, man. A murder thing. Hey. She's broke to catch up. I gave some 10,000 in life. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas looking like a dead cooks, yeah. Talking like I let it rip, it won't be a first. In the hood with my gun, niggas go and lurk, yeah. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas looking like a dead cooks, yeah. Talking like I let it rip, it won't be a first. In the hood with my gun, niggas go and lurk, yeah. All these fake niggas holler when I'm up, nigga. When I start in my hill, I don't give a fuck. Call me on, pick it up, stomach like it's been rough. Niggas think it won't shoot, now bitch by my blood. I'm chopping, I'm getting real hot. Then it's drop for the clean word like a mop. Extended clip with the huddles, that's in my lock. It's outside, read apart, that's where I rock. Outside, that's where I rock. Extended clip, hang the Glock. Dirty strap, cleans like a mop. Hey. Coming out with the lava. Hey. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I didn't go. So I cock up like I let it rip, it won't be a verse. Yeah, in the hood with my gun, niggas go and lurk. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I didn't go. So I cock up like I let it rip, it won't be a verse. In the hood with my gun, niggas go and lurk. Yeah, one day nigga gon' be rich with my dog, but the middle get her in a big crib. I don't chip a fucking fast, no I never fucking couch in that back, nigga. I'ma do a couple laps, stacking, I'm getting that guap. And nigga talk to us like you ain't really hot. Seen you last week, nigga, seen you get stumped. Why the fuck you acting like you really on a block? You ain't on a block, he be talking to the cops trying to get me knocked in. Kicking the door looking for a gun. Lame ass niggas, you already bums. Go to bed hungry, nigga, are you fucking dumb? Chase that nigga down the block, I made a fucking run. Always been about the shit since I was really young. Kicking doors, stopping niggas just for the fun. Southside Richard Park, that's from the day when a nigga had his burner. All these fake niggas acting like I didn't guns. Yeah, fucking like I let it rip, it won't be a first. Yeah, in the love with my gun, niggas go alert. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I didn't guns. Yeah, fucking like I let it rip, it won't be a first. In the hood with my gun, niggas go alert. Yeah.
These little fuckers move fast, they fast. So you can't see how big that was. It wasn't that size yet. It was a big one. It was moving fast. I'm gonna trick them. I'm not feeding them forever. I'm gonna make them wait on spread to everybody else's house. I'm gonna trap them in there so I'm gonna put that. I use those little tiny coffee cups, the 12-ounce cups. I put the dog food in those cups. It's a double cage. I don't know how to explain. I guess I could remove the center partition. Wow.
Yeah, abstract. Let's go.
And mama know she didn't raise no quitter. It's all the way just like the fan on Twitter. You know, just like a favorite time. So if you with me, get your goddamn hands.
Yeah.
Mama know she didn't raise no quitter. It's all the way just like the fan on Twitter. You know, get my pop just like a favorite time. So if you with me, get your goddamn hands. Right, listen in, teach you some discipline. The ABSTRAKT begins. Don't come out after dark. Iron Man, the Tony Stark, stuck with the verbal bark. Y'all sound like kittens. Blow your mind all the time with a freestyle the rhythm. Did you bring your mittens? Better grab a sweater. MCs, I'm most of it, I'm so much better.
Not gonna be conceited, just trying to get noticed. But I'll do it regardless of whether my dreams are hopeless. So don't lose focus. No HD, do it for hip hop. So thank God for my ABCs. Yeah.
And still you know where I'm coming from. When the mic is live, you could call it troublesome. Damn, there goes another one, biting the dust rapidly. Call me your majesty, I took the crowd so drastically. All the rapping after me, best to bring your A game. While I maintain the elevation of an airplane. On another level, recognize it's abstract. Sounds good, yo Matty Hood, bring the hook back. And mama know she didn't raise no quitter. Now follow me just like the fan on Twitter. You know I'm gonna get my props just like I'm Carrot Top. So if you with me, get your goddamn hands up. And mama
gunshot lick off that time. 50 drum beating like so 50. I'm Trinidad with my boy smoke a coke. Like your homie got hit, he was riding like the chauffeur. Planet of the Apes, I was good, clock closer. Pop pop, come with a strap, swing off the shoulder. In the cock and shutting the lid is giving you closure. You ever get close, something coming out the holster. People ride the train, they're gonna see you on a poster. We poster, but you never talk on what we approach. Get the black go online and now you're doing the most. Go kill him in my yard, nigga, like I could host. Didn't notice they pull guns when you thought you could roast. Just a dose. Know you love niggas need some milligrams. Sitting with a milli, he be posting it on Instagram. Them dust ass love me selling quarters out the kilogram. Chrome polish so good, swear I used to pillow pack, baby. Fried chicken, not still gravy. Shaking up the ground like an earthquake in Haiti. Stop trying to rap, it's like how you niggas don't save me, you gallant. Retro still trying to play me. They said I wasn't sick, but I'm sick. I give you gangster rap or calypso. We never stop beating like it's a pit bull. And young boy can't stop squeezing, he got his we with the hammers. Shorty in the kitchen, chicken like Louisiana. I kill her like Diana. I go to sleep with a rifle in my pajamas. I was childish, but my Gambino no Atlanta. Gunshot for your head time. For grind, nigga, TG.
And them niggas that we beefing is so lame. My runs them clips, my gun black and I spit like Kobe. 4 white boys who let it sing like Coldplay. I sat back and got a flashback on my old ways. Like knocker. 30 shots spin the fucking chopper. He got shot but shot back and couldn't see the doctor. Nigga play out, cause nigga I was fed up. Remembering the day my brother got it, couldn't get him. So I went and got a Mac 11, see me as the weather. And 2 bad light-skinned bitches for the sweater. My city getting crazy and nigga. Mom's losing they babies, I know the fiends have to carry my nigga to a place to get to bury my nigga. Fuck, but since then, we got a couple heads to bury the trigger. Like what I keep a gun for, cause in these streets it's a blood sport. Not to mention links from the gun store. You shouldn't have died him here, the kitchen bodies here. As soon as niggas slap that metal on that polymer, I need no one, I'll blast it by myself. And I'll keep beating metal to the plastic on it melts. Shoot shots to the pin break, niggas been fake. And my pocket is that big chain. Shotgun test, half his body, but I'm a pop gamer. You know me, I'm taking half his body. Whole shirt looking like ketchup. Fuck, look at that truck. Found dead at the scene, no need for a shirt truck. They wanna see us, nigga. That boy niggas.
This week, a checkup on the class action for Halibu applicants and upping the ante in the Mi'kmaq fight for fishing rights. I'm Glenn Wheeler, and this is...
Did we get guns yet?
This week, check.
Gunshot liquor, 50 drum beating like so 50. Out in Trinidad when my boy smoked a coke. Like your homie got hit, he was riding like the chauffeur. Planet of the Apes, I was blood clot cold. Pop pop, come with a strap, swing off the shoulder. In the coffin, shutting the lid is giving you closure. You ever get close, something coming out the holster. People ride the train, they're gonna see you on a poster. We poster, you never talking when we approach. Get the blind, go online, and now you're doing the most. We'll kill him in my yard, nigga, like I could host. Didn't notice they pull guns when you thought you could roast. Just a dose. Know you love niggas, need some milligrams. Sitting with a milli, he be posting it on Instagram. Them dust ass love me, selling quarters out the kilogram. Chrome polish so good, swear I used the pillows back, baby. Fried chicken, oxtail gravy. Shaking up the crown like an earthquake in Haiti. Stop running around, just like how you niggas don't save me. You got it. Straight yourself trying to play me. Said I wasn't sick, but I'm sick though. Shit though. I give you gangster rap or calypso. We never stop eating like it's a pit bull. And young boy can't stop squeezing, he got his we with the hammers. Shorty in the kitchen, chicken like Louisiana. I kill her like Diana. I go to sleep with a rifle in my pajamas. I was childish, but my Gambino no Atlanta. Gunshot for your head top. For grind, nigga, TG. And them niggas that we beefing is so lame. My brothers do clips, my gun black and I spit like old days. 4 white boys who let it sing like Coldplay. I sat back and had a flashback on my old ways. Like knocker, 30 shots up in the fucking chopper. He got shot, but shot back and couldn't see the doctor. Nigga bled out, cause nigga how it's better. Remembering the day my brother got it, couldn't get him. So I went and got a Mac 11, send me a sweater. And 2 bad light-skinned bitches with a sweater. My city getting crazy and nigga. Moms losing their babies, I know the fiends have to carry my nigga.
This week, check up on the.
Trippz writing another one. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. Young driller when they let you on the They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. I like pro beats when they let you out the bank. You out the bank and you got many men. When the young niggas get pop, man. When the young niggas get pop, man. Never knocking in these streets, but we stay strapped up. Fresh out of back in the kitchen whipping extras. If you owe me money, little nigga, I'm collecting. I need that bag, I gotta get it, nigga, cause I'm next up. Diamond dancing on my neck, she like the way I'm flexing. And every time I pull up, I'm just out of stepping. EGC, that's the gang, they know what I'm rapping. I go hard for my block in my intersection. Just came home, now I'm laughing. First day out and I'm cashing. Busy, half metal, half plastic. And if a nigga try around me, I'ma blast it. Head a duck when I'm blasted. Headshot, no chest, leave him close casket. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. Young driller when they let you on the cat. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. I like pro beats when they let you out the bank. You out the bank and you got many men. When this young niggas get pop, man. When this young niggas get pop, man. Never lacking in the streets, man, I'm on the side. Niggas slipping, so we on the side. All my niggas tripping, yeah, we down to ride it. Yeah, we down to ride it. Never lacking in the streets, man, I'm on the side. Catch the niggas slipping, then they slipping side. All my niggas winning, yeah, we really ride it. Yeah, we really ride it. Yeah. Trippz writing another one. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. Young driller when they let you on the cat. When they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going half. I like pro beats when they let you out the bank. You out the bank and you got many men. When this young niggas get pop, man. When this young niggas get pop, man. Never knocking in these streets, cause we stay strapped up. I'm fresh out of back in the kitchen with an extras. If you owe me money, little nigga, I'm collecting. I need that bag, I gotta get it, nigga, cause I'm next up. Diamond dancing on my neck, she like the way I'm flexing. And every time I pull up, I'm just out of stepping. EGC, that's the gang, they know what I'm rapping. I go hard for my block in my intersection. Just came home, now I'm laughing. First day out and I'm cashing, busy, half metal, half plastic. And if a nigga try around me, I'ma blast it. Better duck when I'm blasted. Headshot, no chest, leave him close casket. They like young killer when they let you on the game. Girl, you came up off the body and you going young killer. When they let you out the game, girl, you came up off the body and you going I like girl beats when they let you out the bank. You out the bank and you many men. When this young niggas get popped, man. When this young niggas get popped, man. Never lacking in the streets, man, I'm on the side. Niggas slipping, and we out the side. All my niggas tripping, yeah, we down to ride it. Yeah, we down to ride it. Never lacking in the streets, man, I'm on the side. Catch the niggas slipping, then we slipping side. All my niggas winning, yeah, we really ride it. Yeah, we really ride it. Yeah, we really firing. And bad bitches really running, but I'm really hiding. Kept me slipping now, nigga, I be really firing. They like young killer when they let you on the game. Girl, you came up off the body and you going young killer when they let you on the game. They like young killer when they let you on the game. Girl, you came up off the body and you going I like pro beats when they let you out the bank. You out the bank and you many men. When this young niggas get popped, man. When this young niggas get popped, man. We get it popped, man. When this young niggas get popped, man.
There's one thing, a talk here that we put the best calls at the end of
Yeah. The devil lives till the key and Dreamcast. We beat them schizo kids. Hey, yo.
I
hold a murderous mind, it's often twisted and blind, and meant to define as the grim reaper around the dark night of master, spitting natural disasters, lust for bone fractures, blood plasma flash. I'm the one you don't get to play with, cause I'll finish you, sick in the cerebral, insanely relinquish a flurry of pain and verbs of rebuttal context, to flex written sharp syllables and slice necks, and step to the beat, and step with the rhythm. I beat that ass like the beat when the bass starts hitting. My personality's hitting, so which one is it? Got 7 homies in the brain included it. I'm going hard with the go hard drive, stone throats. I can we got them schizo kids, you know who this is. Dreamcast, Philly D, and the terror lit. Lyrics of lunatic, spiritual psycho shit. Misunderstood shit, skilling when we spit. Go ahead and run your mouth, go ahead and talk your shit. Make the shit straight under your ass hit. Lyrics of lunatic. Check out my schizo flow. When I'm writing these words and when I'm cycling these verbs, just tell me what you've heard because it isn't absurd. And when I'm spitting these rhymes, I get poetic at times, so don't be fighting my rhymes, cause I'll be snapping these rhymes. They're all the muscle and spin up on the goals because they're like full of holes, rolling your heart gets your holes. Just keep a smile on your face, you just hate it such a way, don't want to end up shamed and be the one with the blame. Cause I'm just killing these cops when I'm spitting these raps, and I'll be done with these facts, you think they're better than that. When I'm fighting this cage, I'll leave you all in a daze with all the words that I say that you have to take it away. I look at you like you're not the only one who's on top. You really need to just stop and get that I left you wrong. Maybe we're all just like you, don't really want to be you, but you're just killing the mood, and I'll never get to you. You keep schizo kids, you know who this is. Thinking that's how we do that.
I wish I had someone to walk me through this.
Russell Alexander Family Lawyers. Our team of professionals understand the challenges that you're facing. We'll walk you through all of your options and take care of the legal stuff so that you can focus on getting you and your family through this. Go to bookria.ca to book a consultation.
Stop the spread. COVID-19 can be deadly. The time to act is now. Everyone must do their part to stop the spread of COVID-19. Stay at home. Period. Full stop. Only go out if absolutely necessary.
Everyone. Wednesday and Thursday at 7 p.m., we host Delta Bingo at Home live on Facebook with a minimum of $20,000 in prizes to be won. Purchase your cards online in advance and safely pick them up at 13 locations across Ontario. Let the gaming begin. Details at deltabingo.com.
Must purchase in advance. Limited quantity available. Play smart. Must be 18 years of age.
With Home Concierge, seniors get a dedicated concierge who is there to manage all their needs. Your mom and dad will receive access to a personal concierge 7 days a week, and you can arrange as little or as much in-home support as your family requires.